Hey, could you talk about your link, your connection to Eli Manning with everything that you have in common with him, starting with the draft in '04?
Well, obviously the same draft, the same years. We played this game for a long time. Other than a mutual respect, I respect him and his game and what he's brought to the game of football. I don't know him really on a personal level, other than if we see him, we can talk. But I think it's just a big time respect for the game of football and what he's accomplished.
I think all three of you guys will be in the Hall of Fame.
I hope I am. I mean, I would assume that he's going to make it, with everything that he's accomplished. And Phil's put up some tremendous numbers in this game. And we've all been fortunate to play it for a long time and been able to do a lot of great things. So that would be an awesome honor, but hopefully that's a long way off.
And it kind of came out, or the Giants probably would have taken you if it wasn't for the trade they were working out. Did you remember back to that day or that week or whatever?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, there were, as there are now, there's always lots of speculation during draft day of what could happen, what everyone's thinking, and you never really know what's true and what's not. So obviously that was one of the things that we possibly thought could happen, but I wouldn't change what happened for anything in the world.
Yet you wore black and gold that day.
I know, what a coincidence, right?
Is that sheer coincidence?
Sheer coincidence. Maybe the Lord was telling me something, because I had a couple options, and that was the one we went with. A good friend of mine and the family, Ed Plaspel, that was there, so I think you should go with that one. So, and he's from Cleveland, so it obviously worked out pretty well.
What do you think about that, Ben? I mean, you've been the biggest fish in this pond for how many years now, as opposed to, you could have been one of many superstars in New York. Has it been harder, you think it would have been, or easier than it would have been if you'd been in New York?
I honestly, and no disrespect to them or the city or the team, I don't really care. I'm just so happy that I ended up where I did, to be part of this great organization with the Rooney family, with the amazing teammates that I've had and the fans in this city, which is home for me and my family. So I am truly blessed to be here.
What concerns you have with their defense?
Well, they're a very good defense. They don't do a lot. It's not like they give you a lot of exotic looks and do a lot of craziness. They just line up and beat you. They beat you with a pass rush that gets home, that forces you to throw it quick, and then their coverage is so good that they really find ways to create turnovers or break the ball up. So this is going to be a big challenge for us. I don't know. I'd like to think we do, but they'd probably say they would.
Ben, extra half a bye week, so to speak, coming off the Colts game. Sammy getting closer, Ladarius snaps increasing every game. Is there the hope that you guys can go back to what you were, say, the first 5 games of the season on offense?
Well, that's always our goal offensively, is to be the best we can be. 30 points a game, efficient third downs and red zones and first downs and everything. So that extra kind of weekend off was really helpful for me, I know in particular, and everyone else kind of gets us hungry and chomping at the bit to get back out there. But, we need to just keep finding ways to win football games however we have to.
Ben, Coach Tama talked about December football, and they remembered December. This is where teams, you make or break a season.
For sure. This is we've talked about for many years now, that it's about when you get hot, when is your football team at its best, and now is the time to be at your best. The weather gets bad, and that's what we love. It's just time to go out and play football and do anything you can to win a football game, whether it's 50-0 or 2-0, whatever you have to do to win a football game.
Ben, why do you feel like this team has the right ingredients to get hot at the right time?
Well, I feel like we've got a good combination of veteran guys that have been here and done that, with some young guys that are playing good football right now. We fought through some injuries, and we're getting healthy, and we've had that little extra time to get ready to go. And we've got one of the best football teams in the NFL right now coming to our place. What an awesome challenge for this time of the year.
Mike T said in free agency that y'all looked at Dwayne Harris, the Giants receiver. Do you look at a guy's film in that process at all yourself?
No, they don't include me in some of the free agent stuff. He'll let me know that they're thinking about. I knew that we were close on the Ladarius thing. So if I know about the person, if I have some insight, I'll let him know. But I don't know about all the ins and outs of all the free agent stuff they do.
Ben, does Le'Veon get tired?
Not that I know of. You have to ask him. He doesn't appear to. I know there's been times that we've run the no huddle, and he's been in there for 7, 8 consecutive plays, and he's been very active. That I can look at him and it looks like he might need a break, so I can. And I've told him before, if we're in the no huddle and I'm calling plays and you need one, I can call a play where you're not really doing as much to get a quick breather, rather than go out and leave the game. I'll just call a play that you can get a breather on. So it doesn't happen very often, if ever.
What nuances of the game does Le'Veon pick up to make him so available?
Well, I think he just does the complete back, whether it's picking up the blitz, because there's never a fear in my mind when they blitz that he's not going to get his guy. I think there's probably a lot of quarterbacks in this league that when their running back is blocking, they probably a little nervous and peeking over their shoulder. I never have that fear. And I know in the pass game he's going to get open, he's going to make catches, make plays, and then we all know what he can do in the run game. So he's just a special back, and to me, he's the best all around in the game.
What you said about them not doing much exotic, just trying to line up and beat you. I know your lineman said something similar about Dallas the week that you played them. Is that just kind of a trait in that division? Is that also the case in Philly and Washington too?
Maybe. I think Philly does do some exotic type stuff, but this is a very similar to the Cowboys. Just you have a small menu of things and you do them well, and there's not always anything wrong with that. We've talked about that on offense before. Sometimes let's get rid of all the razzle dazzle and the fluff, if you will, at times, and just be more black and white. And it's worked for us when we needed to, and then there's times that we need to go into weeks to have that stuff. So you just have to be able to adjust to whatever they throw at us or whatever we need to throw at them.